In this segment, I offer tools and guidance that I have found helpful in my practice, and maybe you will too. This week, we will work on recognizing the balance in giving and receiving from a space of being the learning guide. It is my firm belief that in giving we receive, and in receiving we give. This means that every moment has the possibility of learning as well as teaching, and that balance requires both to be present for wholeness. There are moments in time when this is purposeful, and we set about to be the guide while we learn. And other moments where this happens through experience and happenstance. The truth is, if we are aware and attentive, then every moment can be a teaching lesson and a learning moment. Let's talk about making space to bring that process into your everyday life. In this exercise, we're going to work on taking everyday life experiences and harvesting out the lesson and the teaching moment. For the next 7 days, let's bring clarity to this process in our everyday life. As we go about bringing a heightened sense of awareness, we want to pay attention to these 4 support pieces. Be observant. Have fun. Be curious and inquisitive. And practice non-judgment. So, for the next 7 days, we're going to consciously choose an experience each day to bring a heightened awareness of our learning lessons and teaching moments. That means as we go about our day, or make plans for our day, we choose one experience in which we're going to incorporate this process. Let's say today you plan to go to the grocery store, and we will use that experience as our example. Connect to that experience in the following way. Be observant. Often we do everyday tasks in a fog. It's easy to try and tune out the world in order to guard or protect our energy. The truth here is, the more aware and observant we are, the more tuned in we are to ourselves. That way, we get to decide which energies we allow to connect with us, and which ones aren't for us. So, as you make your way through the grocery store, instead of creating tunnel vision focused on your task, open yourself up to be observant of the things around you. Then you can choicefully engage in the things that draw your energy towards them and not connect to the things that don't speak to you. This allows you to be more aware when your teaching moments and learning lessons may come forward. Have fun. I think one of the ultimate goals in life is happiness. It is one of the things that people are often seeking and something that we put beyond ourselves in a lot of cases. When we tune in to have fun and create enjoyment in the smallest situations, then those tiny experiences accumulate into an overall happiness. As you're moving through the store, be observant of your surroundings. Also bring awareness to how you want to have fun. Often, we think of fun as silliness, but the truth is fun is enjoyment in our heart in what we're doing. When we have fun in our heart, people are attracted to our energy and therefore more open to give and receive. So tune in to the little joys of your experience so they can create a larger flow of fun. Be curious and inquisitive. Asking questions and being inquisitive can go a long way. I admire the people who know exactly the right questions to ask at exactly the right time in order to touch someone's heart or allow someone to feel seen and heard. As you are going about your experience through the grocery store or wherever you've chosen to do this exercise, get curious about the experience. Of course, there's a careful line between inquisitive and creepy, but giving yourself space to ask questions or connect in an inquisitive way can really bring forward the student and teacher within you. I think about this in simple ways, like when the checkout person says, "Oh, I love these crackers." That gives me the opportunity to say, "You do? What do you love about them?" Then they can move into sharing in a way that opens up space for both of us. Practice non-judgment. I feel that each moment of the day is an opportunity to practice non-judgment. I also like to remind people that this means non-judgment of self and others. As you're receiving or giving, you want to pay attention to the difference between discernment and judgment. Discernment is a careful thought that allows you to make a heart-centered decision in action that matches it. Judgment comes from a place of being closed off and predetermining how you feel about something before you experience it. If we allow ourselves to stay in a place of just is as we're moving through our experience, then we're more open to receive because we don't have that preconceived notion of what the experience should be. Once you've made your way through the grocery store or wherever you chose, then you can just make some mental notes on where you found yourself being shut down and where you were observant. Where were you rushing through and where were you having fun? At which times were you closing off and when were you being inquisitive? Did judgment show up? And when were you accepting? Since one of the greatest parts of being human is that we get to make as many choices as possible, you can try again tomorrow and the next day and the next day as you practice this position of being the student and the guide in your everyday life. May you be well. May you find peace. May you be blessed. And may you feel whole.